The sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi
on JRR.
Bulldog Sports page brought to you by Coffin and Lynn Injury Attorneys. Dog, are you going to start with the NBA on the court action or the off the court gambling action yesterday?
Well, maybe we should start with the gambling action. That's probably the bigger story, quite frankly. Jonte Porter, a bench-warming player for the Toronto Raptors. He's been banned for life from the NBA after a league investigation found that he was disclosing confidential information to sports bettors. He also wagered on NBA games. He even bet on the Raptors to lose some of those games. This guy, I don't know what this guy was thinking, but yeah, he's been banned for life from the NBA.
Guys, this is why they include the number at the end of the sports gambling ads.
1-800-GAMBLER.
He should have called. Should have called. Knew he had a problem.
Yeah, and he should have called. Yeah, there's been a lot of chatter ripping the NBA on social media saying, what did the league expect? They're in bed with all of these sports betting companies. How can they ban a player for betting when they take money from sports betting companies? I think that's a ridiculous argument. All right. I really do. That would be like, hey, the NBA takes a beer sponsorship, so you're going to blame the league if a player gets drunk and runs into somebody in a car?
Agreed.
I mean, you have to take some personal responsibility. This guy's just an idiot. You can't blame the NBA because this guy knew the rules, broke the rules. First commandment of all sports is you don't bet against your own team. You don't bet at all on the sport that you're playing. So, I don't have any sympathy for this guy at all.
Me either.
I'm not blaming the league either. Good for them for banning the guy. So, what do you guys say?
We're both on the same page as you with this. How about the play-in games last night, Doggy?
Play-in games. The hated Heat go down. Cheer for that. The Philadelphia 76ers beat the Heat last night 105-104. 76ers. Because of that, they earned the number 7 seed. They advance into the playoffs to play the second-seeded New York Knicks in the opening round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Heat, they now have to play the Bulls on Friday night to see if they get to advance into the playoffs, and they may be without Jimmy Butler, who tweaked his knee in the first quarter last night and was ineffective afterwards. It's feared that he may have some sort of MCL, medial collateral ligament injury, so don't know if he's going to play Friday night against the Bulls. If he doesn't play, I think the Bulls can beat the Heat on Friday night, even though that game is in Miami. The Bulls last night, by the way, Kobe White looked more like Kobe Bryant for the Bulls. He scored 42 last night. That was a career high as the Bulls advanced in the play-in tournament by knocking out the Atlanta Hawks 131-116. So
tomorrow night we got Chicago at Miami and then Sacramento at New Orleans to
that's right.
Get everything
those
set.
Those are the 2 elimination games.
Right.
The winners of those games advance to be the 8th seed in their respective conferences. News out at UCF, not a good day for new UCF quarterback KJ Jefferson, who had his police mugshot plastered all over the internet for a traffic violation that happened nearly a year ago while he was still the quarterback at Arkansas. According to Arkansas State Police Public Information Officer Cindy Burry, Jefferson was cited on May 18th of last year for driving his Dodge Challenger 113 miles per hour in a 70 mile per hour zone. He was cited for obviously speeding and reckless driving. Jefferson was booked yesterday. I don't know why it took so long to get this thing settled, but fact of the matter is he was booked yesterday and had his police mugshot all over the internet. It sure, I don't know why this wasn't cleared up before, but this is not a good look for UCF's new quarterback. I mean, we've been ripping Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice for going 119 miles per hour and causing an accident on an interstate in Dallas a few weeks ago. And now here, KJ Jefferson is damn lucky he didn't hurt somebody, or we'd be having a completely different conversation.
Gus Malzahn, head coach at UCF, says he was fully aware of this before he even brought him on board, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
I'm just curious who dug this up and put it out
why?
there.
Yeah. Why now with the timing?
I don't know why it took almost a year for him to be, for this to be litigated or whatever, for him to pay his fine or whatever he had to do. It's a misdemeanor, so he's going to have, I think he's got 3 days of community service or something. That's his penalty.
Hopefully that whole 3 days he thinks real hard not to make another stupid move, because, come on, man.
Right.
Hey, Bulldog, how about Nikita Kucherov last night for the Lightning in their final regular season game, 6-4 win over Toronto. He becomes the second player this season to reach 100 assists in a single season, the 5th overall, joining some pretty famous names on that list, Bulldog.
That wasn't the biggest hockey news yesterday.
Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Bobby Orr.
I even know some of those names. Old Wayne Gretzky has a hot daughter.
Lynch, I thought you would be lamenting the hockey news from yesterday that the Phoenix Coyotes played their last game in Phoenix last night because they're moving to Salt Lake City now that their last season in Phoenix is over. Did you know that?
The rink melted.
No, they play in like a 5,000 seat rink that they share with Arizona State.
Yeah.
And the owner of the Utah Jazz bought them, and he's moving them to Salt Lake City where they can play in a nice arena.
It'd be a
Moving
much
on
better situation for them.
to the top.
The Lightning going to face in-state rival Florida in the first round, Doggy. Yeah, it's not going to be
I'm a
walk in the
Panthers
park.
guy, huh?
It's not going to be a
You're
walk
going
in
for the Lightning, I'm going for the Panthers.
And we'll be at each other's throats for the duration of this series.
You know it. I'll be up watching all those games.
Bad. Yeah, okay. All right.
So.
Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, he's the leader of Open Mic every weekday morning on Adjacent to Us, AM 740 and FM 96.9 The Game. Hey, he takes time out of his busy show to join us each morning here on the Sports Page, brought to you by Kaufman and Lind.
You can listen to Under Oath with attorney Jeff Kaufman every Saturday morning, 7:30 a.m. on FM 96.9 The Game. You can catch extended versions of Under Oath by searching for Under Oath with Jeff Kaufman on your favorite streaming platform. Oh, oh.
Dog, we got listeners wanting to know if they're going to meet you on Saturday at Earth Day Birthday.
Actually, I have to cover the Magic game.
That's what I was talking about.
All right.
Yeah.
Give us a sad bark to take us out then, a secondary one, please. All right, Bulldog. Thank you.
Lynch and Taco on demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.